Hi everybody, welcome again to the third video, the instructional video on how to manufacture the Steenbeek foot abduction brace, also known as the Steenbeek clubfoot brace. My name is Michiel Steenbeek. I work with CBM, Christian Blind Mission, and I'm based in Kampala in Uganda. Today we are in the Katalemwa Cheshire Home and Rehabilitation Center in their orthopedic workshop. With me is our shoemaker and brace maker, David Okello, and he will demonstrate on how to assemble the brace. Because in the previous two videos, we have collected all the different parts of the shoe for the clubfoot brace, as well as the metal part, the abduction bar, with the bar with two plates, and we have in the meantime painted it as well. So over to David Okello, who will demonstrate how to assemble the shoe parts of the brace, and he will start with the upper leather.
Yes, welcome. Now, when we're assembling a shoe brace, we start with the upper leather. We get two pieces, we join them together from the back side, because this if the shoe is that, this is the back side and this is the front part. After joining, make sure that these things are matching behind. Then if you finish joining, stitch it. When you are stitching, make sure you follow the curve. Don't make a shortcut. Follow the curve. Leave something like 2 millimeters to the line, the curve line. And again, when you are stitching, start 3 stitches, go back, come down, and lock it. So I'm starting with the machine now. Make 3 stitches, go back, then you come. Now we have locked it, it will not open. If you reach at the base here, go back again 3 stitches to lock it. Okay. Now the stitching is done. We have stitched these two pieces together. So the next thing now is to fix the back strap. Fixing a back strap, we have to apply glue on the heel strap as well as on the upper leather. You also put glue on the upper part of the leather, because after picking the strap, you have to bend it inwards. Put glue on the strap also. Let it dry for 5 to 10 minutes before you fix it. Now glue has dried. We are now going to position the heel strap. When you are positioning the heel strap, leave allowance of 1 centimeter on top, because that's the allowance you are going to fold inside. Don't press here yet. After fixing it like this, open those two upper leathers. Open the front part. After opening, bend the strap inside. After bending the strap inside, put your fingers inside the two uppers. Open it so that you get a curve inside. After opening, don't hammer, don't press the sides. Hold the base of the upper, bend it inwards. Bend it inwards. You can see now the curve is already there, so that you start now hammering it, pressing with your thumb. After pressing with your thumb, now you need to use a hammer. Yes, after fixing the heel strap, get your hammer, use a triple iron, then you hammer from inside. Always use a ball pin hammer, round hammer, whereby you create the curve inside. Okay, yes, I've finished hammering. You can see the curve is there. You can see from outside and also inside. The curve is there. So the next thing now, we are going to stitch. And we are going to stitch from outside. So we turn outside part to go inside. We turn it like this because we are going to turn. Yes, now you come to the sewing machine, put your machine on. You have already turned the leather outside, inside. Now stitch. Start from the base of the upper. Coming up. Yes. Now the stitching is finished. You can now see your heel curve is there. The strap is stitched. The next step is to fix heel counter. When you are fixing heel counter, position it from inside. Get your pen. Make sure you leave behind here 8 to 10 millimeters from the base of the upper leather. Then you mark where you are supposed to put glue. After marking, apply glue both sides on the heel counter and inside the upper leather. Yes, after applying glue, wait for the glue to dry. You can wait for 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, now glue has dried. So when you are fixing, you turn again outside to go inside. Because you are supposed to fix from inside. So now the inside is out. When you are positioning, follow the line you have marked. You leave 8 to 10 millimeters from the base of the upper leather. First go up, then follow the line which is at the ends, both ends. Now we have fixed the heel counter. After fixing like this, you are going to turn it again back to the normal position. This inner part goes in. So what you do, put your thumb here to avoid the air pocket. Turn it when your thumb is pressing. Okay, you can see how it is. There is no air pocket there inside. We finish it by hammering using triple iron. While we hammer, you can see there are some wrinkles here. So when you hammer it, Yes, the hammering is finished. The next thing is to stitch, and we stitch from inside. Yes, the stitching is finished. Now you can still see the heel curve. It is still there. So now the next step, we position the eyelet holes. Eyelet holes, you must have a pattern. Position your pattern, get your pen, and mark where you are going to patch the holes for eyelets. Turn the pattern for this side, you turn it the other way around. Mark the holes. After marking the holes, get your leather punch and a hammer. Punch the holes where you have marked. Put a piece of wood under. Yes, patching holes is finished. Okay, after stitching the heel counter, we have to position now to fix the tongue lining. Before we fix the tongue lining, you get your pen and draw where the tongue lining should be. Decide, either this side or the other side. Make a lining. Get glue. Put small glue on the upper. When you are putting glue, leave something like a half a centimeter below the eyelet holes. Start from the study hole. Put glue on the tiny tongue lining as well. Wait for something like 3 to 4 minutes for it to dry. Now glue has dried. We are going to fix the tongue. We start from in front of the upper leather, following the direction of the eyelet holes. You see how this curve is going, following the direction of the eyelet holes. Now the tongue is fixed. The next, we have to stitch. And we stitch from outside. We leave 2 to 3 millimeters below the eyelet holes. Make 3 stitches and you go back to lock. Stop at the third hole, lock it. You go back 3 stitches and come in front. Now the tongue is fixed and stitched. The next thing is to position the inspection hole. For you to position the inspection hole, get your outer sole of plywood. Position it matching with a line of the heel counter. Make the line inside. This is where the heel counter will be stopping. Then when you are putting glue, you stop this line, then you go down the base. You can mark both sides as well. So now, when you are fixing your inspection hole, mark 1 centimeter from the middle up the two uppers. So 1 centimeter will come up to here. Now, when you are punching, why we are putting that 1 centimeter? To avoid damaging the heel strap. To avoid damaging the heel strap. So when you are punching, stay away from the heel strap. Now the inspection hole is there. After punching the hole, get glue. The upper is ready for lasting now. Upper is ready for lasting now. So get your outer sole, which is plywood. Apply glue at the edges first. As well at the bottom of the sole, because you are going to fold the upper leather. You apply at the bottom. The edge is round and at the bottom. Also on the upper leather, apply glue, stopping at the line you marked. Wait for glue to dry, 5 to 10 minutes before you fix. Now the glue has dried. What you do, get your outer sole, which is plywood, mark at the middle of it, from the bottom, not inside, from the bottom. When you are fixing, hold the upper leather upside down. Because when you are fixing, you have to look behind, whereby you see the line of the heel counter. Then you start at the middle, where marked, and the middle of the two uppers. Position it firm. Then you go at one side first, following the line you marked. Don't press it yet. Also follow the same line on the opposite side. Follow the line you marked. You end there. Press it. When you are fixing a plywood to the upper, make sure that the straight line is always in the medium side, middle side. And this is outside the shoe. So the split side of the sole, outer sole, must be at the middle side, where the inspection hole is. You can see now this shoe is now on the right. Outside of the sole, it has a curve. A middle side is straight. After position like this, you can now start folding it over. What we call in shoemaking, shoe lasting. Don't reach at the heel part. Stop where the heel counter stopped. Then the behind part needs you to use a hammer. That remaining part behind needs you to use a hammer at the base here. So get a piece of timber, a small piece of timber, put it under. After putting it under, then you start closing, hammering it. Now it is closed. So what you do, you can hammer all the parts to make it firm. Because the other time you were using all the fingers. This time you have to use a hammer. You hammer even at the sides so that it will not open. Now the shoe is finished. Our shoes are finished now. So for you to make a spab, you have to use two shoes, right and left. Now we have our two shoes ready to be fixed on the abduction bar. But before we fix it on the abduction bar, we have to remove the finishing of the leather part at the bottom. Because if you apply glue here, it will easily come off. So what you do, scratch it using a shoemaker's knife, using a rough file, or if you have a rotor machine. But right now, I have a shoemaker's knife, we can roughen it with a shoemaker's knife. By scratching here, it will give us a hard bonding. The glue will bond here very firm. Yes, the finishing is gone. Okay, now we have our abduction bar here. This is the way you are supposed to position the abduction bar. 70 degrees on both sides. Now get one of your shoes. Make sure that the inspection hole is at the middle side, where the tongue is. Inspection hole always goes with the tongue. So as we are going to fix it, this shoe will go this side, and this shoe will go on this part. We are going to fix it by using pop rivets. Get 2 pop rivets per shoe. Put the rivets in the holes. Start with the one side first. Get your rivet gun. Here I have 2 types of rivet guns. If you are producing many spabs, use this one. If there are few, you use this one by you use your fingers by pressing. Now I'm fixing the second rivet on the same shoe. This one's finished. Get another 2 pop rivets for the second shoe. Position them. Then start riveting. Okay, yes. All the 2 shoes are now fixed on the abduction bar. So now the remaining part is just only finishing. We start by hammering this head of the rivet. After hammering this, then we put other parts, but we first go and hammer it using anvil. You get a similar metal which goes inside here, then you hammer from outside. Now we push this inner part here inside, this metal inside. Then we hammer the top of the rivet to make it flat. You can see the heads are all flat, both of them. Okay, the next part now, we have finished the hammering here. So we need to cover the head of the pop rivets. Because if you touch, you can still feel them. We have cardboard paper here we call insole. So get your glue, apply glue on the plywood, which is your outer sole. Apply glue inside. And also apply glue on the cardboard, which is your insole. After applying glue, fix it when still wet so that you are able to position it. Push it inside. You can see the way I'm positioning it. Yes, this one's finished. Likewise, the same shoe. Put glue here. As well as on the cardboard, which is insole, put glue. Fix it when still wet so that you position it. Now the heads of the pop rivets are covered. So we need to put here sock lining to cover the cardboard. We have the sock lining here. Apply glue inside the shoe here. As well as at the edges of the counter sole, the plywood, including the bottom part, because we are going to fold it. After applying glue, let it dry. Apply glue on the sock lining also. Now wait for glue to dry. Something like 5 to 10 minutes. Then you fix it. Yeah. Now position the sock lining. Hold the behind part with your left hand. Start on the middle side, then on the lateral side. Don't turn it down. Let it remain standing. Go behind. Take the behind part. Make sure you put it in the middle. Okay, the inner part is finished. Inner part is finished. Now you come in front here. You first close one end. Take one end down. And also the second end, take it down. Now this remaining part here, don't take it down direct. First stop at the edge of the plywood. Stretch it up the edge of the plywood. You can see that in front here, there are no wrinkles. All the wrinkles are in front. These wrinkles. So these wrinkles are the ones now you turn the shoe like this. Turn like this, then you bring them down by pressing. You can now see that all the wrinkles are under here. On top here, there are no wrinkles. So this one is finished. Come. Get the second one. Position it. Start with the middle side where the big toe is. Then lateral side. Take it behind. Finish it. Now inside part is finished. Likewise, start from one end, take one end, close it. Second end, close it. Make sure that the plywood is not appearing out. Then this remaining part, first take it up the edge of the plywood. All the wrinkles are now going under. These two parts are not required, wrinkles. Then turn the shoe and finish the work. This one's finished. Now, this part here, you have to remove this excess part of the lining. If you have a knife, you can use a knife, or you can use a rotor machine. Now, if you don't have a rotor machine, use a knife to cut off excess. Yes, now we have removed excess, all the wrinkles. Now the lining part is flat. There you can now apply glue, then fix the outer sole. Apply glue both on the sole rubber and on the shoe. And this is now our last part. After fixing the rubber sole, then the shoe is finished, ready for fitting. Apply glue both on the shoe and on the rubber sole. Wait it to dry 5 to 10 minutes before you fix. Okay, now the glue has dried. We are going to fix the rubber sole. Before you fix, make sure that the shape of the shoe, it has a curve outside. Also, the sole must be having a curve outside. Middle part goes with the middle part, the straight part. You start from in front, position it, press it, then you go behind. You press it, check the sides. If it's not fitting, you can still pull it a bit to make sure that all the part you have applied glue is covered. After that, then you press inside now to make a firm bonding. The same thing, start from in front, go behind, check the sides, then this side check, press it, get a firm bonding. Okay, now our spab is finished, ready to be fitted to a child.
So thank you very much, David. Indeed, the spab is now completed. We only need to fit a good quality shoelace, and it can go to the child that is in need of it. Very well done. This was a short series of videos. The first video was on collecting all the different parts of the shoes. Then the second part was about the metal work, the abduction bar with the plates. And the third part we have now completed, almost, which is about assembling all the different parts. Well done. Before we finish, definitely congratulations to all of you, and thanks to Arthur and David for showing their skills also. Before we finish, I want to pay attention to two more issues which we'll do from the other room. So before we end this series of instructional videos on the Steenbeek foot abduction brace, I would like to your attention for two issues. One issue is, and it has to do with the Steenbeek brace has been in use for more than 20 years in quite a few countries. At the moment, at the moment we're making the brace with a straight bar, as you have seen in dorsiflexion, close to the shoes. Okay, the bend is here and the bend is there. And this is the smaller one, same idea. Previously, when the Steenbeek brace was first developed, we used a curved bar, like this. Okay? Also with the curved bar, the shoes are in dorsiflexion. Okay? This is a smaller one. You can see from, if I put it on the table now, the shoes are in dorsiflexion. These ones are also in dorsiflexion. Both are fine. Both work. Okay? Both do their job. They're both effective. However, we changed to a straight bar with a dorsiflexion close to the both shoes, because the curved bar, once the child is big and starts standing, which it shouldn't, but the child will start standing, waking up early, holding on to the bed, holding on to furniture, and then the weight of the child will kind of push or straighten out that bar, yeah? Like this. Or, this is for a very small child, or like that. So you then lose the dorsiflexion, because there is a long lever arm. You can see that the lever arm is from here up to there, where the child is pushing weight. The lever arm in this type is very short. It starts from there to somewhere there. It's about 5 centimeters. In these ones it's a lot longer, so it's easy to straighten out the bar and you lose your dorsiflexion. That's why we changed. But some programs still want to continue with the curved bar, which does its job, but not when the child starts standing on it. So that was one issue that I would like your attention to. The other issue has to do with mass production. Of course, it is not very efficient to make a standard item like the SVAB, one by one at a time. Okay? It's better to do mass production, and this whole sheet of plywood will be different plywood soles for different sizes. You cut all the metal that you have for the different bars and so on. And for the leather patterns, there is a way that you can let these knives made by a shoe company for a shoe factory, cutting dice or cutting knives, okay? And you have to use that in combination with a hydraulic press, also in the shoe industry. Or you modify a sole press in your workshop, okay? So you need another machine with it, but once you have these for the different parts, like the upper and the sock lining and so on, but especially for the upper with the heel cup, it is then very helpful if you have a cutting knife, a cutting dice. But you need your machinery for it. So consider that when you have access to those machines, and if you want to make many, many thousands of braces for your country at the same time. So again, I would like to thank you for your attention, and I wish you a lot of success with producing, assembling, manufacturing the Steenbeek Brace. Good day.